Hello, everybody. We're here with the TRQ podcast, and everybody, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Duck sacks.
Enemy's friend.
Niels.
Hey guys, I'm Warlord Henry.
I am Micro Mac Hump, as they call me, and
Featured
apparently I
as
have a
Macro
YouTube
Mac.
channel. Yeah, wow.
No, that's my name. Totally. Okay, my name is Wout1245. And we have a new guy today on the podcast, Henry.
Hey.
He's not new. He just missed all the other ones.
Yeah, so
So new but
relatively
not
new.
new. So
Yeah.
He's new to you.
Yeah. Let's put it that
Why
way.
don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I have been playing Minecraft for around about 4 years now, and yeah, at first I was into building mostly and into creative, and then I moved into Redstone and survival, which is sort of like the opposite of what most people do. But yeah, I'm sort of weird that way. So that's pretty much all.
So yeah.
Well then.
Anything else you want to say before we go ahead and move on?
I tend to derp, so
Yeah, that's kind of the podcast in a summary.
yeah.
So,
oh,
in this
yeah, who's gonna
episode,
talk? Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
so unorganized. We're so pro. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we're pro. We're
Hashtag
professional.
proness.
Mm-hmm.
I get paid for this, right?
Nope.
Yeah, totally. Henry just can talk
Okay,
either way after
so-
the podcast. And...
So for the follow-up from last time, somebody went ahead and suggested that, or Dr. Sploosh said that we had a good length, which was an hour and 30 minutes. So we'll
an
try to
hour
keep.
and 20 minutes.
Let's say
Hour
thank you for
20.
the
Close
comments
enough.
Hour
too.
21,
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, let's
And
say
then
thank
Nick
you for the
also
comments on the
confirms.
last episode. Comments actually do mean a lot and helps us out to know what y'all want to see or hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we do read all of them, of course, and like right now, I think most of it have the video open to read and respond to
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, each
yeah.
individual member reads the comments, so it means a lot. So if you have something on your mind, you know where to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
A suggestion or anything. Just
Yeah.
put it down.
Yeah. And
Also,
also,
Damn it. Go ahead, Macro.
okay. So, new things about 1.8.2, which is actually said in the last episode. Hoppers don't cause lag while they're in idle mode. In other words, while they're powered. So yeah, when they're powered, hoppers don't cause any form of lag whatsoever.
Therefore, saving item sorters.
Yay! Bringing item sorters back.
That means you can have as many item sorters as you want and not get yelled at from your server peers.
Sort of.
No, there
The-
is a hopper that is not powered, so it's a little
Well,
bit
I mean,
less
it's
laggy.
less
Well,
than,
if you cover it up with something, it'll be like
Yeah,
it'll,
like a dropper.
yeah.
in
No,
theory, at
but
least.
how do you sort it then?
Just have it being input from a single hopper. It's kind of lame, but it works.
Put a chest on top.
Yes.
I'm not sure, but why do you want to sort it then?
Why would you not want to
Well,
sort
it
it?
saves
Is the
the
question.
effort. But anyway, really,
We're
the
lazy.
issue in sorting systems now really just comes down to item frames. So assuming those get optimized, mass sorters really won't be that huge of an issue. So yeah,
Hopefully.
that's really good on the technical aspects of things. Saves things not only in survival, but also allows you to go crazier and creative as well. To
Well-
do more full-scale tests, I should say. And so in the news section, Spire actually has a fantastic iron farm. It is unnamed at the moment, but it has 128 villages. It repairs each village 30 seconds faster than individual village in the iron towers, I believe. So yeah, like that's amazing.
That is
And it-
truly awesome, actually.
It uses the cool spawning floors we talked about last episode, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm really
the
happy
spawning
that people
floors.
are using those.
Yeah, finally.
Very efficient.
It was only introduced like a few months ago. I mean, come on. It was
Well,
almost
well,
introduced at like
it's-
wait. It was almost introduced a year ago, for crying out loud.
Yeah, like it's been there for a long time, but nobody ever used it really. It's kind of sad.
And it's like, here's this cool concept. Nobody ever uses it.
Mhm.
But yeah. So
Guys, if you haven't built an iron farm yet or doing a new 181, do that spawning floor. It's way better.
Yep, and the entire farm, I don't know if this has been said already, resets in 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Then if, yeah, 5,000
that's
iron an hour.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit
5,200 an
overkill
hour.
for most things.
There's no
You
overkill
get
to it.
enough iron
Yeah, there's
blocks
no
to
such
make.
thing as overflow.
So
If you do one of the new spawning floors, please make a screenshot and send it my way. It makes me
our
happy.
way.
The link will be in the description below. And also, he said
show
that he
notes.
won't be doing a tutorial for it unless there's a lot of want for it. So go to his channel and ask for the tutorial.
Beg
Yeah,
for
guys,
it. Don't
just
ask for it.
No,
Beg,
no,
yes,
spam,
beg on
spam.
your knees.
No, don't
Yeah, just
beg.
spam it.
Well,
Just spam the freaking video. You'll-
the main
uh,
part I like about the video is, I'm not sure if he says it in the video or in the comments, but he has a lot more coming, and I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. Like
That,
this
like
is just
Spire always comes up with the coolest
this,
stuff.
This
so.
is just the bottom layer of the cake. Like the cake isn't done being assembled yet. It'll be
Yeah.
amazing.
Also, in one
I
of the
do like
comments, someone
tile.
complained about that he hasn't given a name for it yet, and we should call it the Iron Spire or something.
Yeah.
But he himself said, when I call something after myself, it has to be really cool and big. It's like a 10,000 village iron farm or something like that.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Sure,
He
it
has
is.
more
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
easily
been
possible.
made.
It's
Because
just
isn't the,
incredibly laggy.
Isn't the one that
and you can't fit in spawn shells.
what does Tango did infinitely expandable to Titan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there we go.
towers is also expandable. Not as easily, but it's expandable.
Basically, you
Infinitely?
have to have a system set up where
Well,
once
yeah,
the
I
first
love-
towers is done repairing, it sends it off to the second tower to go ahead and start repairing.
Well, you
And
can have all towers repairing at once. That's a cool thing about them, if you hook them
Yeah.
up correctly.
If
And
you hook
yeah, the
them up
bone is
correctly.
stackable as well. Iron Factory.
Power 10 edition.
And
Yeah.
the
Power-
normal single cell?
There's a-
is like
there's
that as
even-
well.
Yeah, you can do that. You
Just
can
need a
do
couple
that.
of players to load chunks and then
Oh.
iron farms.
Yeah, sure. Please don't
And-
build single cells, guys. Please
only
don't.
Single
only if
cells
you're
are
getting
a
enough
thing of the
iron
past.
to build an iron
Or
farm.
if you're playing Skyblock.
Yeah.
Not even on Skyblock.
On
Build a wood
Skyblock,
farm
you
on
could easily build
Skyblock.
tower, and eventually you
Build the
like
towers on Skyblock.
yes, you could get enough.
No,
build
like
a mob
actually
to
on
get
Skyblock,
redstone.
on Skyblock I would build a Titan because you don't need as much redstone.
Yeah.
It's way easier. Like you
Mhm.
usually get wood right. Yeah, you need wood for Skyblock anyway, so you get that. So basically, have all the materials you need.
Yep.
You have wood. You have villagers. What else do you want more?
Blocks. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
blocks
get
and
unlimited
Yeah, you
cobblestone.
can get everything for a
Cobblestone,
Titan in
yeah.
Skyblock, so
Yeah.
wouldn't worry
Anyways,
about that. Yeah.
Wait, technically you
Moving on.
can't get the quartz in certain Skyblock
You don't need
versions.
you don't need quartz.
You
For what-
don't need it, but
For what do you need quartz?
like the hopper timer.
Comparators.
Yeah, but you don't
Yeah.
need to use comparators. You can just do other
Oh,
timers.
but they're nice.
Yeah, sure, they're
Mm,
nice, but you can do the other timers.
It's a bit
I think-
weird, but it's possible.
A while ago, Redstone Chess made a video for how to for like clocks for Skyblock where you don't have quartz or comparators. So it has just a bunch of clocks that you work with pistons or repeaters or both.
Yeah.
Or torches.
Or torches. I'm not sure, but like I think the ones he showed were like mostly pistons and
I
repeaters.
just
But
press the button manually.
yeah, send there every 45 seconds. Good
Okay.
idea, Niels.
You
Yeah.
can set up like an auto
So,
clicker for
anyways,
that.
we're moving on from that. We spent enough time on the news, so we have
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
questions for you
We
guys.
still missed one.
we?
The mobile wither cage.
Oh
We talked
There was
about
a-
that last time.
No, we didn't.
no, we didn't.
We
Mike,
did
talked
we?
about
we,
the
we,
wither
we were
boat
just
cage.
talking about it because we need to still discuss it.
Oh, right.
We missed
Right,
that.
yeah, you wouldn't
didn't we
know.
do the mobile wither page explanation or something like that?
No, like that's a video that came out like I think an hour or two after we uploaded the last episode, and that's why we're talking about it today.
Ah, okay.
Get with the loop, Spock.
Wait,
Okay,
didn't you
Mom.
guys talk about the wither boat? The
boat wither cage.
No.
yeah, the boat wither
The-
cage.
We did.
That was last week.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's not
That's my
mobile
point.
wither cages. Fail. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
You can't
Okay.
put withers in boats,
So,
Spock.
somebody go ahead and explain it because lazy.
Enemy. You sent me
Uh,
the video with this, so
Yeah, I'm probably butchering his name, but Myron Erio, if that's any way correct. If anyone knows, please let us know.
Sounds about
He made the proof of concept and the first working Wither cage, mobile Wither cage, as far as I know of.
Yeah.
And he also made a video called "Trying to Explain Mobile Wither Cages," where he explains how normal Wither cages work, how the Wither tracks different targets, and then he explains what you have to do to make it mobile. And the explanation is very good. The audio quality can be worked on.
But you know, hardware is kind of an issue for some people, so never
Yeah,
really.
I really like the explanation though, because for example, he explains that the side heads are the targeted side heads are tracking don't have to be visible for the side heads, but for the main head. That's something I never thought of before and didn't know before, and that's something you want to consider. And also the damaging the Wither with the falling sand. That's something no one really did before, but it's
No, everyone just used a dispenser with snow or arrows.
yeah, but it's kind of really a genius idea because you don't have to refill your sand.
Wait,
Mhm.
falling sand can damage things?
No,
No,
not
like,
like
no, like
that.
he suffocates it with the sand, and then the sand falls down and stops suffocating it,
Oh,
and then he
okay.
reuses that one sand, and that's like
interesting.
really
That's
yeah,
it's movable then.
yeah, and then it's movable, and you don't have to restock it like for snowballs or arrows or whatever. So you
That's
don't have
super
to build
derpy.
like a huge mob farm to get all your arrows or whatever.
Super derpy and super
Who
cool.
would do that? Use mob farm just for arrows.
Yeah, who does that?
Is it crowd?
Well, yeah, like it's a really cool thing that, as always, I hope people use that technology because it's way superior
Yeah.
and
And
rel-
faster.
and easier.
They're easier.
Yeah, like the only thing you have to watch out is for like don't get your sand exploded off somewhere. But other than that, yeah, like guys, watch the video. It's he explains it way better than I do, and he knows what he's doing.
Links in the show notes as always.
Unlike enemy.
As always. Unlike me, he knows what he's doing. Exactly.
All right, so
Oh,
are you ready to
wait.
move on to the question section?
Question section.
No,
I
we have
did have
questions
one question
for
for the
people.
topic,
viewers,
basically.
Yeah.
listeners. Yeah, we now have background footage in the video on YouTube. Yeah, what is your opinion about it? Do you want background footage? Do you even watch it, or doesn't it matter? And is just this picture or a lava lamp, or yeah,
We could-
something else also good? Or would you like something for in the background?
Yeah. So then again, yeah, do we need the background footage? And if not, we'll obviously do like something else based on what you want. And again, also suggest any other ideas you have in the comments, of course. So I believe we're ready to begin discussing about today's topic. Are we or are we not?
Are we ready for the main topic?
Dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
I
Are we?
would think so.
Think so.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like it. Just start.
All right. So, as suggested by Jendrik Wise in last episode, external
first
Minecraft
episode.
programs.
First
Oh,
episode.
yeah, first episode fail.
He's been
Alright.
asking this since the beginning, and now we're getting his wish.
Since last year.
Yeah, since last year. Yeah. It's 3rd of January. Yay, New Year.
All right. Well, external programs such as we're not going over MCEdit in too much detail today. We will be going over it though. We are going to be talking about amidst Slime Chunk Finder, Guardian Temple Finders, whatever. Really, any external program that comes to mind. But first, before we do that, I want to hear your guys' opinion. Like, what is the borderline between assisting and cheating?
I feel that if it is an actual mod that modifies the game, the code of the game, then I feel that is kind of cheating in my opinion. But if it's something that is not in the game, like it doesn't happen within Minecraft itself, then I see that as semi-okay. It just depends on the individual player perspective, I
And
guess, then.
Dark, if it's for the file, for the your world file, if it's doing stuff with that, if it's just reading or also
Reading, no,
modifying.
I'm talking about modification. Like,
Changing.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if it changes like a line of code here and like makes this do that instead of this, then
Like, example, even though this is overlooked, in Optifine spawn chunks don't work properly, but
Oh wait, really?
yeah.
Yeah, it messes with
Oh.
spawn chunks for
It's
single
it's
player.
not that super big
That's
of a
actually
deal.
quite nice to know.
is that single player and server or just?
Just
The
single
single
player.
player
single-
on the
single
server.
player.
On the server, you can't
Optifine
use
is only
Optifine.
client side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Unless they have Optifine servers.
Oh,
That'd be
do
no.
not.
interesting. Built-in Optifine.
That would be
Um,
super derpy. But
Good
oh well.
Probably a
performance.
bit. Yeah.
Good performance servers then.
Yeah. It wouldn't be Optifine, it would be like performance
Optimized.
enhancer. It would be a performance enhancing drug.
Sure.
Wow.
For me, it really depends on what you do with the tool. Like there are some tools that, for example, NBT Explorer, which is a big one for me, where you can like check, for example, where like your structures are, like witch huts or nether fortresses, like the bounding box for that, and so on. You can look at that within the NBT Explorer, and it's okay for me, or where your villages are, for example. But if you go into NBT Explorer and edit your NBT tags, and just create a new village with just by editing in NBT Explorer, for example, that would be too cheaty for me. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with enemy.
Like, let's go ahead and spawn a
yeah,
witch
for
hut
me,
structure
definitely.
right here.
And one
Yeah,
on
like
top
you-
of it, and one on top of that.
or you
Right
could
on
just
top of
like
that.
let's just make it bigger. Why not? Like you can totally do that, and there are videos on how to do it, and
Or filters.
Or
maybe we will link
filters.
one. Yeah, sure. Um, No, but there's like also other things, like for example, World Painter, where you just like modify your world,
Well,
so you have
World
nicer
Painter is more for
terrain.
creating world, but yeah,
Yeah,
sure, go on.
like for having nicer terrain and so on. And for me, as like a pure vanilla survival person, I never do that. And if I would say, okay, I'm playing survival, I wouldn't modify my world or my terrain in that way because I
Yeah.
don't really care about it anyway. So it's just more to
Yeah,
dig
I
away.
wouldn't dig it all away.
So yeah, like that for me wouldn't be something I would use.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, like it really depends on what you want to do. Like if you want to have like a nice looking world, that's totally the way to go because everything else would be way too much work.
Well, it
So yeah,
depends
like
on the player, of course.
with external tools, it's not only if it's about too cheaty or not. It's what it does for you. Like it's the purpose. For example, when you do image to map, which is a own tool or a filter for MCEdit, or yeah, probably even more ways to do it. Which it just takes an image and gives you a map file, and based on that, you have a map within the game that displays your image without having to build the map for it. Like you could do that and
only
have fun
thing-
with that.
Yeah, to
But
get
what
that.
I would use it for is I would use that to see how it looks on the map, and then would rebuild it to get a normal map, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's always what you do with it.
Yeah, it all just comes down to perspective.
Well,
Yeah, like,
yeah,
I think
like,
that's any mods or texture packs or something. Like some people could consider certain resource packs a little bit cheaty. Like say if it changes one item, say for example, wither skeletons to like bright red or some an easy color. I mean, I don't see a problem with it, but other people might.
Yeah.
well, it just depends on, like, I adhere King Happy's philosophy on this one. Basically, on single player, cheating doesn't exist. You just do whatever you want to make the game more fun for you. But yeah, I typically also don't like maybe I can't really think of any modifications I would make myself to a vanilla world. Maybe in modded, because but like MCEdit, is the great thing about it is that you can actually use it on modded worlds as well. But that's another topic, I guess. But yeah, if you're just playing vanilla, I don't think I know anyone who would just modify their world. But the question still is, can you, like, on our server, the policy kind of is that you can use external tools except for to look for biomes or for individual blocks like diamond ore or something. So we can use it to find witch huts and garden temples, and so on. But Yeah, like what I guess on like your server, it's like kind of well, servers I should say. It's way more liberal. Like you can just do anything basically.
Yeah.
Not really anything.
For conspiracy, we don't even have the seed,
Mhm.
so we actually
Yeah.
had to go in and like check ourselves where slime chunks are when we build our slime farm, which is, ooh,
Yeah, that's
my
actually
god, why
right.
do I have to do this? This is so primitive. Like, yeah, like for since slime chunks were added, like I think people use the slime chunk finders. Like I don't think there's a lot of people who just sat there and like, I want to really sit there and wait for slimes to spawn and check if there's a slime chunk or not.
Yeah.
Oh, half hour, nothing has spawned. Well, maybe let's wait half an hour because maybe it's a chunk. It's just really get spawning.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, like
again, some people would be okay with doing that, but I also
slime
personally
chunk
wouldn't do
finder
that.
is for me is one thing that is really okay with me because you could just sit there for an hour and see if something spawns or not, but it's like really annoying.
Yeah, it's the
And it
same
just
with
it cuts down on
yeah.
the work, but it doesn't really give you that much more information than you already have.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
for
necessarily give
like,
with
instantaneous feedback.
MCEdit, digging
It-
something out. Yeah, otherwise it would take some more time, and with MCEdit you can do it at once. So
Yeah,
isn't
but
it the
Yeah.
same? Because
no,
I don't.
like
Yeah.
with digging, that's just if you like delete the blocks instead of digging them, then you might as well not play. You can just cheat everything.
Mhm.
But
Or
for
just
slime
creative.
chunks, yeah, you could just do creative. Yeah.
Well, not
with
creative, some kind of mix basically. You like
yeah,
I wouldn't
like
say you have like infinite. Like for example, in creative, you have infinite resources. If you give yourself some kind of mod where you can just basically world edit, you could almost say, to dig stuff out, then that's not giving you access to everything. But I think if I wouldn't really do that myself, but if people it would be interesting to see if people actually would some people would be into that. So
I
like
did saw
basically
that
a hybrid, you could say.
Simply Stark. He made a let's play, and there he also did with command blocks in game.
oh
And
yeah, the toy
Yes,
box
the toy
series.
yeah,
box
there he
slash
also used the
command
image to
farm,
map,
yes.
and he imported an image, and then he made the map himself. But yeah, he uses not a lot of external programs, but still, then I found it a bit cheaty still, stuff like that.
I actually kind of I actually watched a lot of that series because that's the thing. They're just playing Minecraft for fun. It's not about fine. They were just doing like, hey, we can do this. Of course, we can just give ourselves diamonds, but that's boring. So, I mean, of course, the thing is that they were doing it multiplayer, Simply Stark and ZF.
Mhm.
So again, I said on single player, there's no cheating. For multiplayer, of course, I think most technical servers have some kind of policy on what kind of stuff you can and cannot do because you have to draw the border somewhere, right? Else people just start X-raying and that kind of stuff. Because so yeah, but I think they didn't have to really set a concrete policy. They just had used their common sense, almost you could say. And I think it actually worked out quite well for them. And I enjoyed watching a lot of that
Mhm.
because it wasn't like innovative, but it was just fun. Like, hey, we built it in survival, and we have like this silly farm which rotates around. Actually, I liked it for quite a lot, but some people may not, of course. That's up to them.
I'm not saying that I don't like it. If you compare it to normal survival, it feels a bit easy because in normal, if you want for one of those things, they had uh, some kind of door and it was just moving up a couple of blocks. They had it in really small circuit. Normally, you would have to make massive doors for that, and it takes lots of time for that, and it's making it easier. Yeah.
Yeah, like it really comes down to what you do with it because like when they did teleporters in one episode, he really restricted himself to saying, okay, I have to build another teleport station there, and I have to go there first and then teleport back from there instead of
Yeah.
like just okay, 5,500. I want to be there. Bam.
Yeah, I
Which he
saw it, and
easily could have
yeah,
done with what he
there's a
has.
witch hut over there. I will just teleport. Nah.
And
Walking to
like
it, it's something I do. thing.
It's really
makes-
comes down to if you restrict yourself enough so you can still
Enjoy it, so to say.
enjoy it and not be like overpowered because you can just limit yourself a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, with a lot of tools you can do really overpowered things like huge as witch hut, for example. If you could, but should you?
Nah.
Yeah.
Sort of takes the fun out of it. Just go ahead and just do everything for external programs.
Yeah, like it kind of just takes the fun out of it to some degree.
Like, this is a game after all. Like, you're meant to have fun playing it. What's the point of cheating everything in or making everything too easy? Minecraft is already considered too easy by too many people.
Yeah.
But it just depends from person to person. I do
Yeah.
not think you can objectively say Minecraft is too easy for
For
everyone or
me,
too
I
hard for
can't.
everyone.
For me, I can't because because I suck at staying alive in survival. I die
Well,
like left and right.
Well, too easy depends on if you have armor or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
last time I said that's too easy, but
Dig a perimeter without a mob switch and no armor. Have fun.
yeah, no, like today I died like 6 times because I had no armor on, and yeah, like the whole week I didn't die once because I had my armor on, so it makes a huge difference.
The other
Um,
thing, if you do have armor, it's more easy then, and some fun of actually having to survive takes out because you can just stay AFK. Oh, a zombie was there. Oh, yeah, flash him, and then he's dead. And
yeah, well,
otherwise,
like
it was really if you're AFK, he comes, and good luck, you're dead.
I
Otherwise-
think they for the Guardians did a good job where like the Guardians actually do a lot of damage even with good armor.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is,
yes.
which is
Yeah.
really nice to see. On the other hand, fighting Guardians themselves is kind of not that fun for me.
Yeah,
I
unless
know
you have,
why,
like,
like-
No,
Dex
that's not
Rider.
a good way to fight them. Like arrows.
Yeah,
really
like
work
arrows
well
underwater don't really work, and like swimming there, even with Death Strider, like sorting them is kind of
like,
not fun.
I am
I don't-
planning
I-
on digging out, flattening out a garden. Well, there's basically no temple because generation and stuff.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
pre-gen, but there are gardens spawning, so I want to flatten the area out below for a project underwater, of course. And I have no clue how I want to do that because I know it's just gonna be a hell because of the gardens, and you can't do anything about them. So, whilst I'm up switch, like that's kind of the only solution.
Yeah,
like-
recently, I saw a thing. I don't know where it was. I will try to find it and put it in show notes. He had some kind of dispenser setup, so he would make the top layer all of stone, and then he would dig out that one layer. Then he would
that's
uh,
impulse, I think.
trigger it again,
Yeah, they
and in
do-
that way you don't have any water where they can spawn and see you. So yeah, you don't
Yeah,
die.
that's his strategy for digging out the water of a guardian temple. But there are
Well, you
different
could
strategies.
always just do a Moses and do everything else afterwards.
Yeah, the thing is that for my strategy, I actually want to first flatten it out and then fill it up with sand. And to have it flat at the bottom really helps. So yeah, that's what I want to do and why I would want it flat at the bottom.
I wouldn't fill it with sand. I would flatten it and run a Moses through, but
Yeah, but it's,
Speaking
that-
from experience, filling in a 128 diameter circle, not fun if you're doing it with sand.
I have a plan, Spock. It's not just. It's gonna be semi-automatic.
sand and sponges.
No. See, that's the
Okay,
thing. I'm trying. See, that's the thing. I could probably do it an easier way, but this way hasn't been done before, as far as I know. So if I manage to pull this one off, I just think
Okay.
it's gonna be cool to.
Yeah,
to
and it
show,
will
like,
be
hey,
announced on those really cool guys' podcasts, like TQR.
Yeah, right.
TRQ.
TRQ.
Oh my god.
Get
Yeah.
the name.
Fool.
Stupid idiot.
Yeah, whatever. Back to external tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Um,
what's your opinion? Like, where do you draw the line?
I actually. That's the thing. I actually haven't played single player survival since I started, basically. Like, once I got the game fully, I just went multiplayer, and I don't think I've ever come back since, except for V2B. So V2Bs I've actually used it once to because there was my fortress. There was something wrong with the fortress, Turns out I don't have a fortress on PTBs. Yay, no end. But yeah, the Ender Pearl, not the Eye of Ender.
I
was
know
just
what you mean
pointing-
with no end.
Yeah,
Variance with
yeah.
end.
That's also well.
Oh,
that's
you
not-
don't mean a fortress, you mean a stronghold. Okay.
Yeah, Stronghold. I'm sorry. So yeah, like the Eye of Ender was just pointing to a place, and I was checking MCEdit. I was like checking the entire world for any mossy stone brick, none found. Looks like it's broken. So yeah, that's what I use it for. But I don't think I've ever used it for something else. And when it gets to multiplayer, I only do stuff in compliance with the other server members. So that's not really my place to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think in general, like if you use tools for checking something, it's most likely fine all of the time. But if you use them to change something, then you could most of the time it's considered cheaty.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is though, on our server, we are not allowed to use tools to find biomes because the main objections we were getting against the policy were just that a couple of people have run out. Well, a specific one person has went out like hours away. Well, no, not hours away. It's pretty close, but he spent like hours upon hours trying to find ice pack biome, and and he's selling the packed ice now for a stack per down, which is still a pretty good price. But if we can just find that, then his entire business, like it was already pretty small, and then it would just be entirely broken.
Entire economy collapses.
Well, yeah, but I do think that's the exploration does deserve a reward.
Okay.
And we are back.
Sorry about that.
Our TeamSpeak crashed.
Yeah, actually, right before we went out, I quickly want to say something because I noticed something right before we went out. MCEdit 2.0, we're not going to discuss it right now, but I just saw that last week, December 29th, the MCEdit 2.0, which has been long anticipated, has gotten its first technology demo. So it seems as it has been the first release. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to discuss it right now, I guess, because, yeah, well. we
Kind
don't
of news flashback.
Yeah, it's so basically just newsflash like we have heard of this. You don't have to comment. Thanks. Well, you can comment because we need more spam, as I said. But as we
More
said,
spam,
I'm sorry.
please.
I'm being so egocentric. But yeah, so we have heard of it, and we will probably discuss that next week. And now, enemy.
Where was I? I think we were talking about. God damn, my memory is bad.
Journal tools.
Yeah, sure, external tools. But
Oh,
what
let me go ahead
pointed-
and iterate something real quick. I have actually been forced to use an external tool in survival before. Like for example, one of my chunks crashed, and I had to repair that chunk, and I couldn't do anything about it. Like that was really all I could do. I had to rely on MCEdit in order to fix it.
That is
And
Yeah, like-
cheat in some chest of diamonds.
Yeah, sure.
No, I think if it's to save your world because this world is broken because programming of Minecraft is bad or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that because you probably spent like way too much time in that world, and it would have been really painful to lose that.
Yeah. Reset time. Yeah, I don't like resets.
No, like yeah, that's something where I'm totally good with that. I think I was talking about dungeons or something, or finding stuff.
Yeah, dungeons.
If I don't like using it for finding biomes or dungeons or stuff like that because it takes away from the exploration aspect of the game. And for me, there's already not enough reasons to explore because loot you find in dungeons is kind of not that good.
Yeah.
Like at
Not
least that's
really good.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
they should
sure
put beacons in there.
Sure, you can find 2 bread and 2 iron, but hey, yeah, and
You
if
may
you
even
if,
find
if
a
you're lucky,
pickaxe.
you can find like horse armor, which is kind of cool, but I don't use horses because
Name tags is really the only cool thing in my opinion that you can get out of it.
well, you
And,
can
and
get
ultimately,
music
it depends on what game mode
discs.
you're playing too. Because if you're playing UHC and you find gold in a dungeon, you're
Yeah,
happy
like
about that. And
Yeah.
and
then
or if you
it's
find diamond horse
jackpot.
armor, that could really change gameplay somehow.
Or a water temple during a UHC. Free notch apple.
Exactly.
Yeah, like for Guardian for ocean monuments, what they're called. They're kind of nice to find because then you get sponges, which is for survival really cool, and get a lot of gold blocks, which could be for survival really cool if you don't have a gold farm or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like this has nothing to do with external tools, but what I would like from the dungeons would be like something you can't get any other way. For example, you could have the possibility to find a
Yeah, they
protection
had
5
something like that.
helmet.
They had the mossy bricks, mossy stone,
Mossy
however
cobblestone.
it's called. It was something you could only get if you go and find the dungeon. But now, yeah, you can craft it.
Yeah.
So
But now it's
Yeah.
only the spawner you get, which is still a
Yeah.
nice thing. But yeah, you can force them if you really take the time. But
It's like, thanks for kind of wasting our time.
Well,
yeah,
it's
like
nice to force a lot of spawners in.
and even like the spawner is not that cool when you have like a good mob farm, which is easier to get and faster and everything. Yeah, no, a part like I would like something like protection 5 helmet.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Like-
in 1.8 you can't repair it forever, so there's a reason for you to go out after that and like try to find another one or something. And yeah, like that's something you can't get any other way. So I would be cool if I would think it would be really cool if you can find something like that. But
Efficiency 6 pickaxe, instant break with no beacon.
yeah, like the protection 4 armor is like really OP anyway as it is now. Like you can survive most normal mobs without problems if you don't run into them all the time.
Or they run into you all the time.
Or that.
Zombie big
Like
ones.
if you are careful with good armor, you probably won't die in normal survival anyway.
Probably being the keyword.
Yeah, like
You can still die to an endermite if you're not careful.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I have a moderately random question.
Sure.
Hold on, let me just find it. I think. Oh yeah. So, is it more shameful to die to an endermite, or more shameful to die to a killer rabbit?
Well, I have a confession to make. I have actually died to an endermite. But that was because I enderpearled and hit the ground as I was falling and hit the ground as I was right before the teleporting initiated, and endermite spawned and one shot me. So I would say honestly, being the endermites are really not that rare, at least they're not as rare as killer rabbits. Killer rabbits probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like.
How much
Shameful.
damage does that rabbit make even?
The
much.
rabbit, it does like 5 hearts when you're. No, it does like 4 hearts when you're completely unguarded.
So
Like
like
no
a
armor.
pigman basically.
Yeah, pretty OP for just a little bunny rabbit.
And it catches you off guard as well.
Oh, what a cute bunny! I'm gonna kill you. Not really. Like I've only seen one of them, and I killed it, and I was pretty upset at myself for killing it. But I mean, like that was before it could get a hit on me, and I'm pretty glad now knowing that information that it didn't get a hit on me. But yeah.
Technically, horse farms are broken now.
They are?
Why?
Because if you let it run long enough, killer rabbits will keep on clogging it up. But they're incredibly rare to spawn, though the likelihood is very low.
Because the killer rabbits spawn like peaceful mobs, but these spawn
Yeah.
like hostile mobs.
Yep.
Oh,
Why don't you
interesting.
just despawn after a while then?
Not if you're
No,
close
they come
enough.
spawned in with a natural name tag.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
They never despawn?
They never despawn.
well, you can kill them.
Well, that makes
But-
them less rare.
Why don't you just
But
make a
s-
filter for that?
So you could like. I don't
You
know.
could, but like, I don't know.
How?
If you got a huge horse versus a small rabbit, I would think you could be able to filter them out.
Oh yeah, you could. Oh, I thought you meant like an MCEdit filter since we were on.
Yeah,
that
I also
subject.
realized that the second I said that, so I wasn't sure what to say.
Uh,
Not an MCEdit filter for once.
Yeah, if you just kill everything except horses, then it probably will be fine. well, back to tools.
Like yourself.
Oh,
Another
Ooh,
Dots.
right, whatever.
another thing with with exploration, sometimes it's also fun to explore it because I was making a map and then it's just you see all of these things and oh, this is a nice place, and if you just using admist, oh, there it is, and then yeah, you don't see the terrain, and sometimes the terrain can be quite interesting.
Yeah, but what if you're specifically looking for something like a quad witch hut, though?
Yeah,
That-
then I wish you luck with generating worlds.
like
I would with quad witch huts, I would just go with the tool.
I found a triple witch hut once using a midst.
Yeah,
But-
like for like special cases like what witch hut, which is quite rare. Like I think I checked a billion seeds and get like 50 maximum candidates, and like some of them were like really bad.
yeah.
Actually-
Yeah, like if you're looking for something really specific, like some specific structures in specific locations.
Zip crowd seed was awfully specific.
Yeah, like
but
then-
something like that, then you do it before you start the world, and if you already have the world and then you go, oh, then this is there, that it's different.
Yeah.
yeah, but like that's another good example for a tool you have for a specific reason, because you want to have something specific in your world.
Yeah, amidst this.
And yeah, like
Yeah, go
Admist
ahead.
is also really good for like, okay, I want a seed where I check and Admist the seed, or when you check for like something like mushroom biomes or something.
Yeah. Like if you were to look for a quad witch hut seed using Code Raider's seed finder, you won't really be able to tell if it's a good seed or not right away unless you actually look at it in a midst.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
there are so
in-game.
many other
Like
factors
some
to
of them are
probably take into
partial.
account.
They don't do the whole job.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
And once
like it says it's a quad witch hut and then like only 3 of them generate for whatever reason.
and then one of them, I once found a quadruple desert temple with that. I thought, oh, nice! I finally have. Oh, damn it, it's wrong one. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's super interesting the way a midst works.
Yeah, Seed Finder, it's nice, but I've only been talking about it a lot with GoTrader because I'm trying to just find a dual witch hut on our server, which is a totally random seed, for that matter. And I'm trying to and trying to, but he doesn't seem to. Yeah, he says it kind of works, but when I test it, it doesn't. For like, it's really meant for finding a seed for a quad witch hut with maybe other properties. It's not really meant for finding stuff on a given seed, and it's really not meant for finding anything but quad witch hut.
Isn't there a function in that you can check if that seed has a quad witch hut?
Yeah,
yes,
there's
yeah,
a
you can-
function to do that, but it's
you can
like really
just check single
optimized for
seed.
yeah, it's really optimized for searching a large amount of seeds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, now I think about it, this is kind of silly, but there's only one thing I can actually think of where I really needed amidst, and it was to find. Did any of you watch Hermitcraft back in the day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like how far
So,
back?
Well, we're talking about the first server, so like with
Oh,
Biffa's
no.
Bowl and stuff.
Oh yeah, I love the
Yes.
first season.
Oh yeah, I was really a fan of that. Unfortunately, they stopped with that. But all right. Do you know
Reset.
the agency?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
yes.
remember that.
Yes. So they had this though for the viewers. So basically, just Remy, Shizuma. Damn it! Sorry.
Sister Ray. Oh, gotta love Joe Hills. Gotta love
I
Joe
was on
Sure,
purpose.
Alice.
Sorry. So yeah, Shizuma and Biffa had this agency because they were Brits, and yeah, they had this hideout which was totally hidden, and you could pretty well see that even though they were using the texture pack, it was on a mushroom island, and I actually because the seed was like given at the beginning of the series, or no, actually I found out through Redstone Wars. On one Redstone War, you had like this old member which was still participating, but he was using the map of Hermitcraft, and because he was on single player back in 1.2 or something, he opened
Yeah.
F3 at one point, and you could see the seed which was 2. So using that seed, I went into amidst and seriously looked around Kizuma's base and ended up finding the agency hideout. And I was so proud of myself. It was totally useless.
Yeah, you
So,
can
yeah,
go there
it's-
then. So yeah.
Yeah, but it was still useless, of course, and I wasn't on the server or anything, but it was still fun. But yeah,
Well,
of course, there are more serious ways you can use them. It's
quick off-topic question. That remember you were talking about with Kirshar, right?
yes, Kirsch. Yeah, I knew I was for some reason I was thinking of green, like yeah, because Kirshar is because I guess. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
like an old member who did some Redstone Wars episode, but isn't reactive anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess I can link. We can link that.
Insert link here.
Yeah, I'll work on it. I'm working actually on the show notes as we speak. I'm trying to go along, but we'll probably have to do a second listening as usual. But back to the show.
Fancy.
We talked so far about tools we use to help us in our survival worlds, or yeah, like basically that all have to do something with survival. But there are a lot of tools out there that do something completely different. For example, there are some online tools where you can generate commands, or like programs that help you with generating commands for.
Or banner generators or designers.
Yeah, those are something for survival, but mostly for survival. Yeah.
It's not necessarily cheating because like it's just figuring
but-
out them.
Like with the command generators,
Yeah.
it's something where you don't have to ask this a question if you're cheating or not, because it's creative world anyway.
Oh yeah.
But like those command generators like make it really easy for people that don't really know how to use the syntax or don't really know how to use certain commands.
yeah.
And you can just go there, okay, say I want this command, and then like for some you can even specify coordinates, and you said just coordinate A, and it like inserts the coordinates or the relative coordinates later, which is really cool. And
Yeah.
like makes it really easy for you to do complex commands where you spawn in like a sort with like all the different NBT tags like custom name, lore, unbreakable, or custom damage value, and all the enchants or whatever.
All that nifty stuff.
And modifiers, like your command gets like longer and longer and longer with everything. and these generators make it like really easy for you, because you just like drag and drop or whatever, or select what you want, and that's really cool. And for people like, I used one of them like quite recently because I never used one before, and I didn't even like thought that some things like that exist. I used one and I was like mind blown. I swear. It was like way easier. Like you just click, copy, paste, bam, done. It works.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if you sit there and like sit there for like half an hour and try to figure out why it's not working, and then you figure out, oh, I should have done curly brackets instead of the other ones,
Oh yeah.
or whatever, or like,
yeah, syntax.
oh
It's
look,
into
it's a,
large strings of text. It's so you can't keep track of how many opening brackets and closing brackets you have used. It's so yeah.
This gets pretty obnoxious
External
after a
tools
while.
are great
Yeah.
for that.
yeah, and like one that does really help, like completely changes command blocks, like for multiple commands, is the Redstone programming language by
Tosha.
Tosha, exactly. And what it does, it just you get a new interface, like a normal program tool, where you just
Not
like
well.
have your own syntax and stuff, and then you write your code there, and it converts it into command block code.
Yeah, it's just
is
for
it
the
correct?
record. It's not a compile. It's not really a compile. Even something more advanced, which is CBP. I guess we can talk about it in a second. It's not a compiler as Ruby said, but it's basically just allows you to, I would say, write commands easier. Like you can quickly say this or do this scoreboard operation. They have a lot of abbreviations of commonly used commands by Minecraft technical engineers, creative engineers. Dang it. So they have a lot of abbreviations for that, as far as I know. And apart from that, they also allow you to easily organize things, I would say. Yeah, so you just type in your commands from north to south, from beginning to end, and it arranges it in a way that they will be triggered in that order, I think. Oh no, wait,
Yeah.
actually no, that's already to CBP. I
No,
never
like
actually used
the,
RPL, I think.
RPL also does that. RPL,
Oh,
like
okay.
I didn't really use it that much, but there was an update that added square root functions in RPL, and that like you can just do like slash square root, and it creates command blocks that create square roots for you, which is really cool.
Oh, so basically, I would say then it has a lot of built-in macros. You could say that's pretty
Yeah,
interesting
like it
after seeing that.
has it makes it like way easier. It gives you a lot
Yeah.
of features, and you don't have to worry about all these things, and it just converts it to in command block code afterwards.
I recently also saw another video about Commodore 32. It's also some kind of that you in an external just a text editor you can write some code and then it converts it to code for in Minecraft. The only thing it does not generate command blocks, but it has is basically simulated an entire computer with it, and it it's setting lots of scoreboards to different things, and that is then the place where you store the code, and it's really different from the other one, but it's still a little bit similar.
Can you link to that, because that's I don't fully understand. Like, no offense, but it's that complex stuff, so it's sometimes a bit hard to explain.
Yeah, it's also a programming language and yet it converts it to in-game stuff. And you've seen those older Minecraft computers, massive things, and so hard to code them, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess you won't be able to watch this video right now.
Mhm.
That doesn't sense. It's already pretty old though, but damn it, I
Yeah,
like this. So, oh wait, this is a Mac of computer, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was an external tool. Damn it, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is, yeah. Well, I've never really
it
been
is
into
using
Redstone
an
computers that
external
much, so.
program to import the code into the Minecraft.
Does?
All confusing stuff into me.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's been
Well,
confusing me
I
as
guess
well.
we should move on since
I'm
we're kind of
lost.
just.
Yeah,
all-
because like we can talk about Minecraft computers in another episode, I guess, and we can get more Redstone-y.
Mhm.
Welcome back, Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
Thank
back to tools, I would say. One tool.
And
Yeah. So I just quickly want to mention command block parser because it's pretty cool.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna try to cut it short, I guess. Command block parser is similar to Redstone programming language, so I have worked for it for a day basically. So I have a bit of experience and also watched movie stream in which he demonstrated it. So I'm gonna try to explain it. Basically, what it's not a compiler as he says. It's just a bunch of macros. You can, for example, you can say a loop and then say 0, 3, 1 or something, and then it will loop from 0 to 3. And you can also use variables in there. And basically, just the parser just if you run it, it will convert all of that to, well, it just will loop through the loop 3 times, and it will set all of those variables to the value on which it is right now, that kind of stuff. You can also call functions, which you defined earlier. You can just define constants, like, hey, this is going to be my speed or something, and you can quickly change that to make it easier. You can use loops with speed, so you can do a lot of stuff, but it's still not a compiler, unfortunately. You really can't write like a normal, like a high-level programming language like Python or something. It's far from that. Not even low-level programming language. It's still interesting, and yeah, I think that's also worth noting. So yeah, command block parser by Ruby, also an alternative Redstone programming language. Yeah, and actually something else, I'm not sure, like I'll probably just mention it and someone else can talk, but when we mentioned the banner designer, there are actually tons of tools out there. I'm not just talking about command block tools, but just which generate like one command or something, or a couple of commands at most, to do something for your custom, like armor stand generators, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the generator I talked earlier about also does it. Like, if you, for example, select armor stand, it gives you all the tags you could want to have on that. You just
Oh,
select what you want,
pretty
like your
cool.
pose and rotations and all that. Really, really cool.
And another thing I should mention, while we're on the subject of creative, is it really considered cheating while using external programs assisting you with creative?
I think
No.
we have a pretty
Creative
big
now.
consensus no.
Yeah, creative.
Yeah.
Don't ask
General
a question.
consensus. General
Because
consensus
creative,
being
if
no.
you
No.
want,
I
a-
don't think you can really cheat in creative.
Because say if you want 100 double chest of diamonds in creative for some odd reason, what's the difference of you spending hours and hours? Well, not really. Just now you could copy the MVT tag, but why not just do it with MCEdit?
Yeah, generally not like a difference.
Yeah, I don't really think anyone. I mean, if you want to, it's your opinion. You can post down in the comments, but I don't think most people really care.
No, creative assisting tools are cheating.
Yeah,
You're
Definitely.
cheating, Spot.
if you want to, I mean, it's just like survival. It's all over the interpretation. But yeah, most people have more fun in creative using lots of tools, and survival
Yeah.
they are a bit more restrictive about it.
Well, what I really like about tools that are mostly used to do adventure maps, which could be MCEdit for that matter, are the ones that like pure stuff that you don't even have normally in creative. Like for
Yeah.
example, since like before 1.8, I think you couldn't
Individual water sources.
no like things like custom like where you have sorts with like custom text where like the text is green and thick or whatever.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
to like since recently you couldn't even do that in normal creative.
Yeah.
And they just added those comments I think in 1.7 or 1.8, probably 1.8. And
1.7, I would say. In 1.7, they was really a command block revolution. You could say.
yeah, like before that you had to use external programs for everything, and
Mhm.
now you can use Minecraft itself for some things, but still have to do other things with external programs.
Well, I mean, let's not get too much into MCEdit, but yeah, I mean, you can now generate any like custom spawners. You can just write out the entire MBT structure if you want to, but of course there are still other quicker ways to do it, especially if you're talking about mass production for some kind of big mechanism. Yeah, if it's you need to like stack something with slightly different variables, MCEdit is your key, but we'll get to that in another episode, I guess.
Yeah.
So does anyone still? Oh, no. If anyone still has something, go ahead.
Well, my definition of cheating is I find that World Painter is more cheaty, if you would like to put it like that, than say a Mist. Because a Mist, really, there's something already in the game. You're just trying to find that. I mean, if say I
It's
recently
just viewing, and the other one is changing.
changing, that's where it all changes for me. No pun intended. But I mean, I used a Mist and Code Raider Seed Finder recently to find a world with witch hut by the spawn and a mesa biome and a guardy water monument. And I used that. Why did I use that? Because I wanted to be able to make have everything close together. Really, I'm just optimizing. I'm not changing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
you
how
use
I see
those
it.
things before you even start your world, right?
Yes. So like, it doesn't affect the world itself. I mean, it affects the world I play on.
Well,
But isn't it really the choice of what world I want to play on?
that goes back to what I'm saying. Does it affect the code of the game at all?
Yes. Yeah.
How?
Or like your save
It
game.
doesn't affect the code of the game at all.
It affects the
but
save file.
World Painter doesn't either. I mean, if you
But not direct.
different, but
Not
The
directly.
know
you
what
mean
I
you
mean,
mean
so-
just that means the save file. Yeah.
That
Like
means that putting like
It means you're making a certain. It means you're making a certain save file, but you're not actually affecting the. Like you're not gonna get. I mean, it doesn't affect the actual code of the game. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
well, no. But like
Even
if
though
you
it changes the save file, that's basically using. Say, if you wanted to zip crowd seed, what's the difference?
you're just changing the seed really. It's nothing.
yeah, but changing the seed allows you to do a lot of things. I mean, you can't just say that changing the seed is not that's no change at all. I mean, by
Well, theoretically
This-
speaking, just by playing in a world, you're changing it. So changing the seed is just a really vague
well,
term.
yeah, but I mean, changing it to using external tools. But if you start a world with a specific seed you have found out, I mean, that's already a bit of decisions you have made which have altered the world you play on. Like if you go to
Yeah.
a billion seeds, you already have a lot of choice in what world you have.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah, but
not
as a-
completely about change, I would say.
as a technical player, like for you playing a game starts before you even do your world. Like you think about, okay, what do I want to have? Do I want my guardian farm close to my witch farm or whatever? Or do I want a quad witch hut? Do I use the seed finder for that or do I not? Or like
Good luck getting a quad witch hut seed without the seed finder.
yeah, no,
Yep.
I mean
It's
do I
impossible.
but do I even want the quad witch hut or
Oh
do I not?
yeah.
And like I think it's well, it's a there's an up and a downside to it, but it with technical Minecraft sometimes you have only one shot at doing something, and maybe you only realize afterwards because that one shot was your seed, and you maybe
all the-
afterwards realize that you would have wanted like a seed with something different
Oh
or
yeah.
like some slightly different thing, or
Well, the good thing about
in the next
Minecraft is that
version your seed is really crappy because it has all of a sudden guardian farm inside your witch farm or whatever. No,
yeah,
like,
Korean
so-
farm inside your witch.
no,
What a
like,
screw with your spawn rates a bit.
or like your updates and all of a sudden your fortress moved a bit or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
What
and
is your a while ago, Evo did do some NBT Explorer things with his world. He changed it to
Amplified.
these large mountains. I don't know
Yeah.
how that one is called.
It's
it's
amplified.
amplified.
Amplified, yeah. He did. What's your opinion about that? Is it also cheating?
That's
then,
single
or-
player, to be fair. So therefore, it goes back to is there cheating in single player?
Yeah, like if he wants to do it like that, it's his way. But
let's put it the way.
I
Would we be
personally,
okay with that if
yeah,
it wasn't
like
our world?
But it's also changing the files.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
like I wouldn't want to do that.
I wouldn't
like
do it. You're gonna play
if I,
amplified, start an amplified.
well, the thing is, he started like way before, which kind of
Yeah.
gives him a better position to say, hey, I rather do it now or something. But meh, like it, I wouldn't want to play an amplifier. It's just way more annoying.
Yeah.
And changing it afterwards, I wouldn't. I don't like that. Like I saw, I think it was in Hermitcraft. They moved the spawn chunks. Not with the external tool, but with the spawn point command. I think it is
Yeah.
called.
Slash set world spawn.
Yeah, something like that.
Even Minecraft self defines that as cheat because you can't do that in single
Allowed
player
cheats,
unless
yeah.
you activate cheats.
Yeah,
So I would
Or
not
unless-
do stuff like that on
Like,
survival.
So something like that, I don't really like because, well, if you wanted your spawn chunk somewhere else, you should have like not chosen the seed or like
Yeah, and
did it
also
like
keep in
before you
mind,
started or
Hermitcraft is
something.
just more than just
Unlimited
that, and they have used more than
amount
just
of
that.
files.
Like they use like the no mob griefing command, and they use the
Have
Yeah,
some
but
kind of
one
bad
guy-
thing
one
with
guy
command
sleeps-
blocks.
yeah, one guy sleeps like it just changes for one guy.
I also. Oh, just for one person?
No. It like changes. It doesn't like
Oh,
you don't have to
it
have everyone
changes it
sleep.
for everyone if only one person's in the bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I also know they did that on SMB as well.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I don't see why you would want to do that.
Yeah, because like, imagine if you're starting out and like, no, I want the knight, but I want the knight because I need mob drops, and I'm searching for a specific mob so that I can set this up. And the other person's like, well, my place is full of mobs and I'm gonna die soon.
And otherwise, if you just say in chat, I want to sleep, then everyone knows. And if people don't want to sleep, then they stay and I want the night. And in that way, you don't ask, you just go to bed. Hey,
Well,
why
like-
stay now?
I know on Conspiracy, and I know Contingency does this as well from videos. Our general thing is just say IB in chat, and everyone knows that means you're in bed, and that means you can either say, "Hey, I need," like Neil said, "I need a night," or "Okay, sure, IB as well."
Or
Some
I
servers-
if you're in the Netherlands,
IE if you're in the end.
Some
just log.
servers do z.
Yeah.
Very
That's
smart
too
population.
spammy.
Yeah, it's pretty derpy.
But as for like one player sleeps the whole night changes, I don't like that.
Yeah, like I don't like that gameplay change that they have there. 'Cause
Well, what's your opinion on this?
Wait, what? On sleeping?
Because like it's changing the game mechanics. Like it's changing the game mechanics, but I know on your server like you also
Oh.
use command blocks to change certain game mechanics.
So wait, what are you talking about? Moving spawn, quicker sleeping, or what?
Sleeping with one person.
Oh, that. Well, even if we could implement it, which I don't think we necessarily can. I personally have been on the server. Actually, the first server I was on, it was Bucket server with some plugins, and on there we had it. And actually, I think I would want that back, but it's not that much of a big deal. But that's just personally. So if we would get that on, that's definitely something we would discuss with the other members. But something else about the server, like our spawn point is not in a favorable position, as in because of the bedrock box above spawn, we will never be able to look at where the exact spawn was properly, and now we can because it has been moved. We figured out it's basically just right in front of my house, and we may want to move it like 10 blocks over or something. So would you guys actually have like a problem with that? Because of course that's not like 1,000, but it's still moving it a bit.
Well, with
So what do you
me,
Yeah,
and this was a
we
problem
have-
we had during dig. I think any command blocks on the server is cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not it's the commands. I mean, it doesn't even involve command blocks, although we do use them, so we don't care. But just generally, do you think moving spawn points you wouldn't allow it in any way, or would you allow it up to like 20 blocks or something?
I think if you're gonna move spawn chunks, do it before you start playing. That's my only thing about it.
Well, you're not even moving spawn chunks that much. It's just like positioning it in a bit better geographical position, basically.
Then
In my general opinion, I'm completely indifferent to it because like either way, it's altering it from the world's natural state.
even
But,
before
like,
you start playing, you disagree too, or
just in general, like
okay?
if the seed says that the spawn chunks are here, then there.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion
Yeah,
on it.
I mean, I see. I kind of agree too, in a way. But I have a feeling if you're going to move them, the only
Like I don't want my
acceptable-
spawn chunks at 10,000, 10,000.
like I said,
Ju-
if you're going to move them, make sure you move them before you start playing on the world,
Yeah.
per se.
I'm totally against moving them because that's changing what the game gives you. Like if I want to play survival, I'm not gonna have any commands, anything other than what the game generates for me. So
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna change that. So
And in the
Yeah.
end, it goes down to the opinions. Opinions are like butts. Some just look better than others.
I would also not move it.
like
I would just stick with it. How would I get it?
like what for me is in survival is okay is the scoreboard commands because they don't affect anything. They're just like displaying information you already have.
Yeah.
Like for example, like a scoreboard on how much blocks you dug or something. Sure, you
It's-
could just go into the statistics and ask the other player for the statistics, but it's way more fun and
In
easier
this way,
to
it's
see it
basically just
when you have it
having
on
a
the side
board where
there.
you update the statistics from everyone. And it nothing with gameplay that changes a lot. Other than
Yeah.
you have a bit more competitive stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like scoreboard is obviously for way more than just for that. But when you're in survival, that's what is like the only thing that's acceptable for me, I guess. And yeah, like spawning in completely against that. Like even if it's a command block to do a scoreboard command, it's spawning in something, and
Yeah.
I'm against that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a really interesting tool I just thought of was Mind Chat. Have you guys ever used
Oh.
that?
Yes,
Yes, I
I've used that
have.
before.
What do you guys think about that? Like,
I love it 100%.
That
I
I
haven't
don't.
really used it a lot. The only time when I used it, it was just to check it out, and it was on Hypixel then. So I'm not sure what it does. And can you also use it to AFK somewhere? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what exactly does it do
Mm.
for you?
Basically,
It's
what it
basically
does is
just
it
chat
logs
client.
you onto a server and lets you talk.
But
So
like
technically, you can use that to AFK. Huh.
But
That
you
way,
can't
that,
put
that
you can't put it at a set destination though. That's the
so
only
it,
downside.
it just logs in your character and you have access to chat but nothing else.
Yeah.
You could even
So-
run commands from it as well if you have the permissions to,
So
or if
therefore,
you're on like a bucket server or something.
like
Be
if
good.
if you set up like, okay, so I want to AFK here over the weekend, right? So you set your account up and then log out. So when you're ready to get on an AFK, you can log
can use
into it
Mindchat.
and you're there. That's
Basically,
actually a very interesting. Huh.
yeah. I also use it on CubeCrowd, like when I'm in the car, like just talking to some friends, because nobody's ever on contingency.
So you just stand on CubeCrowd somewhere and then talk.
Yeah.
It's literally
I
where
hope
you
you have
logged
good
out at.
armor.
Oh no, you spawn in the hub.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
for
CubeCrowd
CubeCrowd,
is
yeah,
No
stopped.
but
matter
if
where you
it's-
log in, or
if
no
it's
matter
a-
where you log off, you always go to the hub first. And if you do like /survival, you go to where you were last in survival.
But still, what I'm saying is though, like if you like log off on like a vanilla server, you're gonna be where you logged off at.
Yeah,
So
it's
say if you
pretty
want
interesting for
AFK at your
AFK.
perimeter on your on your single player. No, you can do a single player server. You play on.
Oh, that's like really interesting for the increased mob cap that we were thinking of quite a while ago.
Yeah,
but-
like if
like
you
our
could
idea
buy.
was like you could just have multiple accounts that you just have AFK somewhere.
The
Every
only
time you
thing
need a bigger mob cap, you just log them on or like have
With
them logged on all the
Mindchat,
time.
there are is a light version and normal version, and if you want to go on online servers, then you have to buy the app, and it's
It's,
€2.50. I don't know how
It's
how much it is.
$9 in
$9?
US.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's
Yeah.
moderately expensive.
Is there also a non-app version like for PC?
No, then you can just use Minecraft.
No, because
itself.
that's almost completely pointless in my opinion.
Just
No,
Minecraft.
like-
The use of it
Well,
so
actually,
you
no,
can
no.
chat
If
from your
you could
phone or
use
tablet. Or so.
if you
See-
could use it for the PC, that means you don't have to take up unnecessary. Like if you're playing like
Yeah.
you don't have to take up your complete like RAM for the game.
But I
You
mean,
can just
even if
get
you have
to go
like
down
2
to very low
gigabytes of RAM,
settings.
it's not that much of an issue if you're playing Minecraft.
Well, if
Yeah,
you
like
just
that-
turn a distance down and such, it shouldn't.
The thing with the increased mob cap what I was thinking of was like Niels has one of those Raspberry Pis, and
Oh,
a Raspberry Pi doesn't run normal Minecraft because it's not powerful enough as far as I know.
yeah.
And you could
No,
just
yeah, it has a special version of Minecraft.
yeah, but can you connect to normal
yeah.
servers with that?
No.
Yeah, and my idea was like you could either like custom do a custom client where you just like don't render anything and you just log on and that's it. But that's basically what Mindchat does. So you could just like run Mindchat on there. And maybe even multiple instances because Mindchat really doesn't do that much. And then you have like all your accounts AFK and you can have like the Pi logged in all the time because that's very easy than keeping your PC on the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
I know, Niels, you have your Pi on all the time, right? Like it's always
Yes, I have
AFKing
it
and
always on.
it's yeah
Because
Wait, AFKing on what?
on
It's-
Vibe's stream chat.
This is so amazing. So pro.
LP
Like,
farm.
Yeah, like if for you guys that don't know, Vibe made an
ULP,
LP.
please nerf.
It streams on Twitch and has a bot in there that gives you LPs, which is a currency that you get for time spent there, that you can use for like raffles or other things. And Neil just has his Raspberry Pi logged in the whole time.
yeah, enemy, you have your computer online all the time. The Raspberry Pi, it doesn't eat that much energy, that much power, and your computer, it uses more power. So yeah, I'm better for the environment.
Yeah, but I actually use my computer most of the time. It's on. And if
I
I don't
totally
use
am
it,
not
it's
ordering a
it's
Raspberry
like
Pi as we speak.
standby.
It's only $35.
I have an
we-
Apple Pie. Is that the same thing?
Not quite.
We might gonna put a Raspberry Pi link in the description.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
Like a
course.
recipe?
I
If it-
might get one. Like, I
if you
love
feel like
Raspberry
it.
Pis. They're so cool.
Like if we get Mindchat to work on that, I will get one.
Raspberry
Yeah.
Pis are so derpy. I want one. Oh well. Have we
One-
really discussed everything we need to as far as that's concerned?
Actually, I still want to mention one thing. Like, I don't think any of you have ever done it, and I personally haven't either. But I've kind of touched on it, but not completely. What do you think about just you say changing a world in World Painter, which isn't actually done that often. But
Like
Changing a
it's more or
world
less
in world-
creating worlds.
yeah, see, I
Mhm.
know that I've already seen trailers for like these beautiful servers using world painted maps, and actually, I don't necessarily have something against that.
I
think it's
once also played on one server, and it was a bucket server, and it had a custom generator that you get all custom trees around it. It also looks pretty cool. I can
well,
imagine
yeah,
with,
but
with
World
that
Painter is
also.
more than just custom trees. Like I will try to look
Yeah.
up this video for the show notes, I guess. But
Yeah,
I
it
can
was
assure
more
you
than
this was
only the
amazing,
trees
and
of-
it would definitely be interesting to play that in survival. So that's not really for technical players, I guess, because you probably won't have witches and that kind of stuff. But I do think it's probably worth a try for more casual players.
make slime huts.
What?
Slime huts or
I don't get it.
skeleton
What?
huts or whatever you
Wait,
want.
slime huts?
Yes.
What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah, with this generators, you can also make other things. It's a server.
Like
so,
Like replace the spawning of witches in a witch hut to slimes.
yes. If
What?
it's on a bucket server, it's
Alright.
possible, right?
Yeah. People.
Well, I guess that's everything. Maybe we want to discuss. Maybe we
I,
can
Yeah.
do.
I think I don't. I'm trying to remember who did it, but quite a while back, like maybe a year or more, there was someone who tried to recreate World of Warcraft. I think it like was the recent expansion or like the base game. I'm not sure, and he used World Painter to shape the map, like the World of Warcraft map, and then used command blocks and so on for creating the gameplay mechanics. But I think it never finished.
Oh.
It was a really
sucks.
cool idea. Like he had the map with quest markers with spinning in like the quest markers, like at sky limits, and then updating the map. And like basically, I think the whole tutorial part, like the prologue town or whatever it's called, that was like almost completely finished. I think. But yeah, it's of course a huge project.
Mhm.
Like I think like World Painter and like all those tools are used for mostly used for like adventure maps or like custom maps, and not really for people that actually want to play survival.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can be. Thing about
So-
custom maps is that just like survival, there's you can involve a lot of technical gameplay. You could say.
Yeah, like for the adventure maps, like I have some people subscribe to do like adventure map reviews, and I watch it every once in a while just to see what people come up with the or what tricks they use with commands and so on to make stuff look nice or create certain gameplay mechanics. Because it's always really interesting to see what you actually can do with those commands if you like think long and hard enough.
Oh yeah.
And try to recreate whatever gameplay you want. And it's like this, it's sandbox in itself. It's like Minecraft's not only a game; it's also a game creator. And
Yeah, that
there's
is
like
another good
some really
point.
good examples for what you can do everything with it. And yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Before we
Cool.
kick off, there's still one. Well, I guess we can still talk a bit about it in a second. But so one comment we forgot in the follow up, or I think we maybe should say something about about Yenrik. Yeah, so there are going to be snapshots in January, or at least they are planned. So that should be pretty good to look forward to because we haven't got them an update in months, as we had discussed in the last episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really am a bit. I personally am a bit. Yes, not really scared, but a bit nervous that it may go a bit wrong again. I guess, but
I'm
we'll see.
decently dissatisfied with Mojang that they haven't released a snapshot in a while.
Well, not
Yeah,
really.
but
Not
it was
releasing, but
Christmas.
yeah, just
Were
that they haven't
holidays.
done that. Like since 1.8, it's been kind of slow.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think there was almost an entire year gap between 1.7 and 1.8.
Yeah, I think they were a bit slow before 1.8, to be honest.
Well, they were like
Yeah.
pretty frequent on the snapshots.
The
But
snapshots are
Yeah,
pretty good,
true.
but actually getting out a nice working like update, it took them a long time.
They were like, okay,
No,
we're
no.
okay, we're done with all the we're done with all the features. Let's do bug fixes. Next thing you know, features all
Yeah,
over the
that was
place.
kinda-
Well,
Unintentional
the thing
features.
is, it took them quite a while to get a good working version. Well, I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah.
And like, there's
Um,
still certain features of the game that's not finished yet. Villagers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The real
Uh,
ones.
oh, guys, what do you want from 1.8.2 or 1.9 or
Finish the
what do
freaking
you want?
villagers.
Performance update.
Villagers.
Villagers.
And performance. Yeah. that's
And
all.
also
I'm fine with
frames.
performance now. At 300 FPS, I'm good.
Oh, I know it.
I'm okay with
Variables
that
in
now. Hopping
commands.
toast
But
is
I want
dead.
10,000.
What commands?
Variables in commands. Just make
Oh,
them Turing
variables in
complete.
commands.
Yeah.
That would make them, I guess, Turing complete. No, I'm not sure. Anyway, it
Couldn't
would
you
make them incredibly
technically-
powerful.
Yeah, like for
Mm.
commands, I would like a better command block interface.
You could
They
use
just-
variables and
And like
scoreboards.
not have like this one line everything, like but they can like
So you
have
can see the
better
whole
text
command.
field where you can
Yeah,
like
it would probably help have like a larger text field for large commands.
Did you
Yeah.
open it
Yeah.
up? Then you see a Notepad++ screen popping up.
Notepad++, brought to
One
you
thing I
by
think would be cool for
Microsoft.
one thing I think would be cool for command blocks is to like have one command block run different things. Like you have the command block when you open it up, you have that one command that you can type in. If you had like
Well, you can have a
add
command
command.
block inside of a command block.
Doc, do you mean something more like a computer craft thing? Where you just open it and then you have an entire thing
Oh, and you could basically
you
program.
put scripts in it?
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
could
like-
put check for this, and if like
But
and
then
then say like and or nor
Or
nor
not.
nor.
So basically you want something like test for at e entity equals a type equals
Type
Underneath.
equals
Chicken,
this, then
type
this equals
type
this, yeah.
equals horse, type equals, and then like this long list, and instead of that you want something easier.
Basically.
I don't know. I actually
that's why
think
custom maps gets. At first it was massive redstone things. Now it's a little
think
bit
the commands
smaller
actually okay,
one block
but-
things, and then it becomes one block.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Like
may want
if
to
you
discuss
can
this
Yeah,
produce
next
and
week.
put
Missile
this in
Wars
your
with one
world.
command block, for example, the game Missile Wars, you know how many like
You
different
could
command blocks and things?
theoretically.
really?
Probably.
Well, you mean like a structure in a block or what?
I think there was like a tool that makes like command blocks in a block or a filter for that, like
Well, you
command
can
block
stack
block
all the
filter.
command block minecarts, I guess.
Yeah,
that's
something like
something.
that.
Yeah, I
Also,
saw
something
that
about the
thing.
command block window I saw, I think on Reddit or somewhere quite a while ago. It was basically a Photoshop for how a command block window could look like, and it was like a bigger window where we have like multiple lines where you can for text, and it was also colored where like the different parts of your command were like different colors. For example, I think the first part of the command, like the command itself, like test for or something, was red or something, and then your
Oh,
your,
like
your specification was green or whatever.
like basically in normal programming language, how they have certain identifiers in different colors.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah, syntax highlighting, right?
Yeah.
Syntax highlighting. And if we get something like that, it would be really, really awesome because it
Oh
just
my
makes stuff way
God.
easier.
I would
And
love
something that you
that.
can that if you select one of the brackets, that it shows what the closing bracket for that one is. Because now, okay, you have to count and
Oh yeah.
it's
And
this.
and it has like a red highlight around the bracket if if it isn't closed or open.
Yeah, like in programming, a lot of
Yeah.
text editors use this.
Like-
that kind
like-
of highlighting.
I don't know, like when I have to do like a command that's like longer than what the text window already is, when it's longer than that, I usually use a notepad or something and
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
because it's
it's much easier.
way faster and easier and so on.
It's just like the simple things they could add to make things like command block so much easier.
You know.
I guess then Notepad++ is like external tool for commands for me.
Is that cheating?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
No,
Alright.
yeah, like they just like over time often like implement stuff from like mods and so on, and or external programs, and I think that could be the next big thing that they could do, but
they won't.
maybe they're too lazy to do that because it's not like a good feature or whatever.
Because they're too busy getting drunk and partying and playing Steam games.
Right.
Okay,
Indeed.
so follow up
but-
from earlier. Mind Chat is available on PC and Mac.
Really?
Is it like
Oh.
for free?
Yeah,
Oh,
Right
But
here.
how
It
can we
is?
end this podcast now?
Yeah, well, do the outro.
No, wait. For Spock, when I set variables,
It's
Robert,
also for
objectives-
Linux.
they're also
Hi.
Linux. Oh my god.
Linux.
Oh my god.
Hopefully it works with that distribution.
I use Ubuntu, so I guess a lot of people.
Yeah,
use
but
it,
the
so
Pi
she
is
don't.
running a
But
version
yeah.
of
Anyway,
Debian.
Spock. So when I set variables, like scoreboard objective, you can do a lot of them, especially with the new scoreboard operation commands.
Yeah.
But say I'm using calculations. I'm saying, all right, now teleport this entity 5 up, for example, or not 5 up because that's a constant, a variable amount up, for example.
Yeah.
X up.
Like, yeah.
How do you do that? See, that's the thing. You can't use like a name like X or variable name or whatever in a command. You can't use it as inside of your selectors. You can't. You can only use your objectives in very specific scenarios.
I think in RPL and Redstone programming language you can use variables and it
Yeah,
will
that's the
just
thing.
replace them afterwards when it converts everything
Yeah,
to
that's
commands.
macros and such. Same thing for command block parsers. So that's one of the main things they're useful for. You can easily do that kind of stuff. But then again, that's only works if it doesn't rely on the input. If the player can enter like 200 different inputs, then it can either that then it actually has to get 200 different command blocks to do that because we don't have variables, and that would be really good. If they add that, then command blocks are getting really powerful. But I guess we have to close this conversation.
They're
because it's
already
getting long.
pretty powerful
Yep.
to what they could
They
do
are,
in the
but-
beginning. In the beginning, was
Yeah,
just
since it basically
giving
started
you
with
stuff.
1.7, I would say. Before that, they were nice, but they
Like,
use them like on the side. You have a couple of command blocks, and for us, you do that zone. Now we can just put entire machines out of command blocks, but
All right. Well, are we
But-
ready to close this off for the time being?
yeah, we have to. I guess.
Okay, time for
well, no, we don't
outro.
have to. We don't have to.
Part 2
Uh,
coming
no,
soon.
we're not
But
getting
what
the
I really
contracts.
like was like when before we had command blocks, like people did everything with spawners.
Oh
like-
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with
that
was
like
cool.
just
Those were the
falling,
fun days.
spawning falling
For
sand and
example,
stuff like that.
entities, Yeah.
And what I
was cool.
lately saw, what people did with spawners now, which like for CTM map, which has nothing to do with spawning structure spawners or anything, is this use one spawner to spawn multiple mobs, which I'm not sure. Could you do that before? Probably not.
Never heard of it.
Couldn't you technically do it and get them all to technically do it, having each entity routing another consecutive entity and get them all to dismount
Yes.
somehow?
I once saw
But
a video.
I saw this one spawner spawn like Wither skeletons and zombies or whatever, and I was
At the
sitting
same
there
time?
thinking, yeah, like one spawner spawned two different entities.
Yeah,
And it's like you can just add that
those-
in the NBT
there are
tags.
lots of things with that you could do multiple and the chance of getting this one or that one, and
Yeah,
you
like
could do lots of other stuff. But with
But
command
I
blocks,
thought-
you can also do that now. With-
yeah, sure, you
um,
can do it with commands. But what I thought when I saw that was like, well, you could just spawn like two command block minecarts, two different ones, and have like all your commands in there. You can have one spawner that spawns all your commands, and then you spawn in that spawner with one command block, and it's like another way to like use your commands within commands.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Well, are we ready
that's
to
about
sign
all.
out for the time being?
We can
Okay.
do this next time. So
Well, do the
remember to
outro.
use protection, and yeah.
I need to do some outros. So
Well, do the
Here we go.
outro.
do I have to sing a song or something?
Yeah.
Just sing a random tune.
Keep it copyrighted.
Damn it, I'm thinking right
also
now.
with trumpet.
Live
No
long
trumpet.
and shut the fuck up, Spock. Bye.